Good morning, everyone. Uh, I have no idea who's going to be joining this, and it might be that I'm talking to myself. But if you start to join this live feed, what I'd like, if you can, if you're willing to, is to just give me a thumbs up or a smiley face if you are joining. This is my first test run of yoga or live yoga over Facebook, and I'm viewing it as an experiment. So I'm hoping that we have some people who join, even if it's one or two. And it's 9 o'clock on the head, so I'm gonna start the practice. It's gonna be a 45-minute practice, and it's going to be based on fundamentals of yoga. So it's gonna be accessible to everyone, and I hope you enjoyed the class. I've made it, like I said, I've made it accessible to everyone. And just something to bear in mind, if anything feels too difficult, I encourage you to make things easier for yourself by doing just what is available to you. So just respect your body and allow yourself to just do what you feel you're capable of doing, and so enjoy the class, enjoy the show. Here we go. So what I want you to do is I want you to start by getting onto your mat and coming into a comfortable seated position. And you can either come into a cross-legged position. If it feels more comfortable to come into a zazen or on your knees, you're going to do that. And once you do that, try and open up through the chest. Try and create a lot of space through the front body. Close your eyes and then start to channel your breath deep into the belly. And just allow yourself to deliberately slow down your breathing. Take a moment to make any subtle adjustments in the body that allow you to sit in comfort and in ease. And you can even place your hands on your belly to feel as if you're filling up your belly with air on the in-breath, and then gently exhaling on the out-breath. Keeping the eyes closed. Just getting a sense of your breathing and trying to deliberately slow it down as much as you can. If at any time your mind begins to wander, when you become aware of your wandering mind, bring yourself back to your breathing. And just check in with your posture and notice if at any time it begins to slouch. And if it does, just readjust, making sure that you're nice and open through the front body. Spine is nice, neutral, opening up through the chest and trying to get as much oxygen as you can into the belly. Take this moment to become aware of your surroundings, just getting a sense of what you're hearing. Start to feel the temperature of the room or the place where you are. Get a sense of your skin on the mat. From there, taking a very deep breath in, filling up the lungs, filling up the belly. Gently sigh it all out through the mouth. Take another very deep breath in. Notice if you can stay with that breath for slightly longer. And then slightly more powerfully sighing it all out. And you're going to do this for one last time in your own time. Take a very deep breath in. Fill up the lungs, fill up the belly. You're going to stay with that breath for as long as you feel comfortable to do so. And when your body tells you very powerfully sighing it all out, let it all go. Gently begin to blink the eyes open. Just becoming accustomed to your surroundings once again with your eyes. And we're going to start the practice. That was a little bit of a mindfulness and a breathing practice, but we're going to start the yoga practice. So you're going to start in a box-shaped position on your hands, on your knees, making sure that your wrists are stacking underneath your shoulders and that your knees are stacking underneath your hips. Your legs are going to be hip width apart and your hands are going to be shoulder width apart. Try and spread your fingers nice and wide. Transfer your weight into your first knuckle or your index finger knuckle. If you look in between your legs, you shouldn't see your feet. And then from here, we're going to start to gently move the spine. So we're going to move through cat and cow. So on the inhale, start to look forward, bring your scapula towards each other, keeping your core active, arch the spine, looking forward, that's your cow stretch. And on the exhale, start to broaden through the back. Core remains active, push the floor away from you as you come into your cat stretch. And then linking your breath to your movement, moving through this in your own time. On the inhale, coming into that cow stretch. On the exhale, pushing back into that cat stretch. Starting to warm up the body, starting to get the blood flowing. And then from there, direct your awareness to the base of your spine and notice if you can start the movement from the base of the spine. And then notice if you can end the movement at the base of your spine. And once you've done a few of these, now notice if you can start the movement at the base of your skull and end the movement at the base of your skull. Once again, remembering to link your breath to your movement. And then once you've done a few of those, just starting to freestyle through the movement and move in any way that feels good. So you might move back or forth, left to right, up and down, shaking the hips, shaking the head, anything that feels good, just exploring the body and moving in any way that feels good. And from there, once you've done a little bit of that movement, exploring the body, you're going to come back into a neutral box shape. And then you're going to start to extend your right leg towards the back, pointing the toe and hovering that leg just above the ground. Try and make sure that your wrists are still stacking over your shoulders. And then from there, on the next inhale, you're going to start to float that leg up, lifting it as high as you can and then looking forward. Try and keep your core very active as you do this. On the next exhale, broaden through the back. Draw the knee in towards the forehead, in towards the chest. Find the cat spine, hold it there, push the floor away. Starting to inhale, extend that leg back, looking forward. Exhale, draw the knee in towards the forehead. Once again, broaden through the back. Inhale, extend and lengthen. And then from here, you're going to take your left hand forward and reach forward. Find your balance, and on the exhale, draw your knee towards your elbow, hold it there. On the next inhale, extend the leg, extend the arm. Exhale, draw the knee towards the elbow. Inhale, extend. And then lower back down into that box shape. Readjust and realign. And then we're going to go for the opposite side. So extending the left leg towards the back. Toe is untucked or pointed. And then starting to inhale, engage that left glute. Lifting the leg, looking forward. Keep the core nice and active. And on the exhale, start to broaden through the back. Draw the knee in towards the chest. Inhale, extend and lengthen. Exhale, knee in towards chest. Inhale, extend and lengthen. Extend right arm forward, looking forward. On the exhale, draw knee towards elbow, hold there. Inhale, extend. Exhale, draw knee towards elbow. Inhale, extend. Lower back down onto your box. And then from here, you're going to start to come up. And if you need to turn towards the side, do so. But from here, we're going to come into something known as the gate pose. You're going to take your left leg out towards the side. Okay, well, it's mirroring. Okay, it'll be your right leg. Right leg is out towards the side, trying to get the foot flat down. And if you can have the leg straight, cool. If not, keep a bend in the knee. And then from there, you're going to start to inhale and take the arms up and overhead. Reach for the sky, lengthen through the spine. Try and keep the body nice and straight. And then you're going to start to lower your right hand down towards your right side. Left hand starts to reach for the sky. Lengthen through the spine. Try and keep your core active. You should start to feel a little bit of a stretch through the left side of the body. Starting to inhale, bring the palms to touch above your head. And then on the exhale, draw the palms into the heart center. From here, straighten your leg, flex the foot, bring your toes towards your shin. And notice if you can start to move from the hip, start to take your entire leg, rotate it back. And then see if you can rotate that foot forward, rotate backwards, rotate forward, rotate backwards, rotate forward. Now place that right foot flat down, your toes are pointing towards the front. And then you're going to start to extend your left arm out towards the left side. And then you're going to bring your left arm to stack underneath your left shoulder. And then the right hand is going to pull the string of the bow. And you're going to twist and open. Take the arms up, or the right arm up, spread the fingers nice and wide. And then take your right arm over your right ear as you stretch and lengthen. Keep the core active. Try and transfer that weight into that left hand. Push the floor away from you with that left hand. Try and push your pelvis up towards the sky. Now start to inhale, come back towards center. Bring the palms into the heart center and then bring that right knee in. And then from there, we're going to extend the opposite leg out. So left leg goes out, try and press the foot flat down. And then we're going to go for that gate pose on this side. Starting to inhale, take the arms up and overhead. Reach for the sky, lengthen through the spine. And on the exhale, now lower your left hand towards your left shin. Right arm starts to stretch and reach for the sky. Try and breathe through the right side of the body. Starting to inhale, take the arms up and overhead. And on the exhale, draw the palms into the heart center. Starting to straighten that left foot and the left leg, flexing the left foot. And as we did, we're going to start to move from the hip, turn the foot backwards, rotate from the hip, rotate the hip forwards, rotate backwards, rotate forward, rotate backwards. Rotate forward, lower the left foot flat down, foot is facing forward, and then start to extend right hand out towards the side. Bring the right hand to stack underneath the right shoulder. The left hand is going to start to pull the string of the bow, twist and open. Take the arm up, spread the fingers nice and wide, and then take the arm over. Feel for the stretch that happens through the left side. Core is nice and strong and active. Press into the floor with that right arm. Start to inhale, come back up. Bring the palms to touch. And then exhale, draw the palms into the heart center. And then from there, bringing that leg back. And then you're going to come back into your box. Make sure that your wrists are still stacking underneath your shoulders. Make sure that your hands are shoulder width apart. From here, you're going to start to recruit your cat spine, so broadening through the back. Try and really activate the core. Then you're going to extend the right leg back and lower it down. You're on the ball of your right foot. And then extend left leg back, lower it down. You're on the ball of your left foot. So you're in your high plank or high push-up, nice and strong cat spine. You're going to stay here for as long as you feel comfortable to do so. And then when your body tells you, you're going to start to push yourself back into downward facing dog. Transferring the weight into the back body, lowering the heels down towards the floor. And once you have that, you're going to start to move around in your down dog. Moving in any way that feels good. Just exploring the body. Might be shaking your head, it might be moving your hips from left to right. Anything that feels good in the body, just explore the body and move in any way that feels good. And then from there, coming back into that downward facing dog, we're going to do a little bit of rolling wave. So starting to inhale and rise up onto the balls of your feet. Then starting to draw your pubic bone to your navel, roll the spine forward. Coming into your plank. And then from there, staying on the balls of the feet, lower the pelvis. Pull the shoulder blades back and down, look forward. You're in a floating up dog. And then exhale, pull chin in towards chest, broaden through the back. Start to push back. Down dog. We're going to try that 1 or 2 more times in your own time. So inhaling, rising up onto the balls of the feet. Draw pubic bone to navel, roll the spine forward, come into your plank. Open up through the chest. Pull chin in towards chest, broadening through the back, push back. Lower down. And last time in your own time, inhale, rise up onto the balls of the feet, draw pubic bone to navel, roll spine forward, come into your plank, lower the pelvis, open up through the chest, and then push back, and then lower down, and then from there lower down into a child's pose, and relax, and release. Take this moment to check in with your breath and check in with your body. Take a very deep breath in, and then powerfully sigh it all out. From there, you're going to pull yourself back up into downward facing dog. And then from there, you're going to shorten your down dog by about a foot or a foot and a half, such that you're close enough to be able to grab your calves or your ankles. And then from here, we're going to go into a twisted dog. So you're going to take your right hand and then see if you can grab onto the outside left calf or left ankle and give that calf or ankle a bit of a pull. Stay very strong through the left hand. Inhale, come back towards center. And on the exhale, you're going to twist to the opposite side and pull, holding it there. Come back towards center. And now from here, you're going to take the right hand, see if you can grab onto the inside ankle of the left foot or the left calf. Give it a bit of a pull. Come back towards center. And then exhale, twist. Grab onto the right foot or the right ankle and pull. And then come back towards center. And then start to walk your feet towards your hands. Nice and slow. Fold forward. And when your feet meet your hands, fold forward and lower down. Okay, so once you're lowering down or once you're folding forward, grab onto the elbows and sway from side to side. If you need to keep a bend in the knees, do so. And then from there, you're going to start to lower your hands, come back to center. Pull your chin in towards your chest. Direct your awareness to the base of your spine, and you're going to start to uncurl very slowly, stacking one vertebra at a time. Chin will remain into the chest until the spine finds neutral. Spine finds neutral, then starting to inhale, take the arms up and overhead. Bring the palms to touch. Pull your glutes in, pull your core in, lengthen through the spine, reach for the sky. And then on the exhale, start to draw your palms into your heart center. And rise up onto the balls of your feet. Find your balance. Hold it there. If you fall, have fun with it. Holding 3, 2, 1. Lower the heels back and down. Bring the palms back to your side. Okay, so at the moment we're in mountain pose. I can see my head's cut off, so apologies for that. Just want to see if I can get this a little bit more optimal. Okay, that might be slightly better. Okay, but from here we're going to do our Surya Namaskar or Sun Salutation. So from here, from your mountain, inhale, taking the arms up and overhead. Finding your high mountain, lengthen through the spine. And on the exhale, swan dive the arms, keep the lower back straight. lower the hands down, pull your chin in towards your chest. And then from there, inhale, place your hands on your shins, flatten or straighten your back. Start to bring the big toes to touch and bend the knees a lot. Lower the palms to stack underneath the shoulders. See if you can transfer some weight into the hands. Find a cat spine. And then from there, start to float your right leg back, lower it down. Float your left leg back and lower it down. You're in your high plank or high push-up. And given that we're doing a beginner's flow, lower the knees down, untuck the toes, bend the elbows lower down into your chaturanga. Pull the shoulder blades back and down, rise up into your cobra. Open up through the chest, keep the core nice and active. Lower the forehead back down. Take a deep breath in, exhale, push back into your assisted plank. Find a cat spine. Tuck the toes, push back into downward facing dog. Start to bend your right knee, lower the left heel down towards the floor. Starting to inhale, take the right leg up and overhead, three-legged dog, keep the hips and pelvis square. Bend the right heel towards the right buttock cheek. Start to inhale, rise up onto the ball of the opposite foot, finding a strong cat spine. Start to float the right leg forward and step it. Use your hand to bring the ankle all the way forward. And then float your left foot to meet your right. Fold forward. Pull your chin in towards your chest. And begin to uncurl, stack and rise. Nice and slow, nice and deliberate. Spine finds neutral. Inhale, take the arms up and overhead. That's your high mountain. Bring the palms to touch. Lengthen through the spine. Pull your glutes into center. Pull your core into center. Exhale, draw the palms into the heart center. Rise up onto the balls of the feet. Find your balance. And then from there, lower the heels back down. And then inhale, take the arms up and overhead, finding your high mountain. Hinge from the hips, swan dive, the arms fold forward, lower down. Pull your chin in towards your chest. Inhale, flatten or straighten your back by placing your hands on your shin. And then start to bring the big toes to touch. Bend the knees a lot, lower the palms flat down, bring the wrists to stack underneath the shoulders, finding cat spine. Grip into the floor. Now float left leg back and lower it down. Float right leg back and lower it down. You're in your high push-up. Finding that cat spine. Lower the knees down, untuck the toes. Broaden through the back, core still nice and active. Bend the elbows, lower down, chaturanga. Inhale, rise up. Cobra. Core is nice and strong and active. Exhale, lower the forehead back down. Take a deep breath in, push back. Assisted plank. Tuck the toes. Push back. Downward facing dog. From here, bending your left knee, lower the right heel down towards the floor. And then inhale, float, left leg up and overhead, three-legged dog, keep hips and pelvis square. Bend left heel towards left buttock cheek. Inhale, rise up onto the ball of the opposite foot, find cat spine. Exhale, float left leg forward and step. And float right foot to meet left, fold forward. Pulling chin in towards chest, begin to uncurl, stack and rise. Nice and slow. Inhale, take the arms up and overhead, high mountain. And looking forward, glutes and core activate. Notice if you can rise up onto the balls of your feet, finding your balance, hold. 3, 2, 1. Lower the heels down, bring the palms back to your side. Okay, so that was the Surya Namaskar, the warm-up, right? So guys, what we're going to do is we're going to be playing around with a little bit of a transition through the hips, okay? So you're going to come lengthwise on your mat and you're going to come into a bit of a wide-legged position. Now try and get the legs to be about 3.5 to 4 feet wide, okay? And try and get your feet inward such that your feet are slightly more inward, or your big toe is slightly more inward than your heels. Okay. You should feel a slight stretch through the outside of the ankle. And if your stance is quite wide, you might feel a bit of a stretch through the inside of the legs. Okay. Now, from here, what we're going to do is you're going to take the arms up and overhead. You're going to reach for the sky and bring the palms to touch. Pull the rib cage in, pull the core in, and then as if you're swan diving off a swimming board, hinge from the hips, keep the lower back straight. Swan dive the arms, fold forward. Place your hands underneath your shoulders, and then from there, pull your chin in towards your chest. Try and see if you can transfer your weight into the balls of your feet. And notice if you can transfer some weight into the hands and find a cat spine, so broaden through the back. Try and relax into the stretch by deepening your breath. Take a very deep breath in, sigh it all out, and then from there you're going to start to uncurl, stack and rise as you do. And then starting to inhale, take the arms up and overhead, and exhale, draw the palms into the heart center. From here, here's what you're going to do. You're going to start to pivot your right foot and bring your right heel in and turn your right toes out. And get your right foot, if you drew a line through the right foot, it would be cutting the left foot in half. So my pelvis is still facing out to the side, but now my right toes are pointing out like so. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start to open up through the chest, try and pull the shoulder blades towards each other and then press down. Keep the core very active. And what I'm going to do is my lower torso is going to be an anchor, and then I'm going to start to move my upper torso towards that right side, like I'm trying to reach towards the right side. And then your body will stop you. You're going to lower that right hand down onto the right shin and take the left hand up and overhead. And you're coming into a triangle pose. This is known as Trikonasana, or triangle. Keep the core nice and active, and try and imagine that you're sandwiched between two sheets of glass. From there, you're going to start to inhale, come back up. And on the exhale, start to bend your right knee. Bring your right knee to stack over your right ankle. Press into the floor of the right heel. Try and lower the outside left ridge of the foot down. Remain open through the chest. Look at your middle finger or your middle right finger at the front. Turn your right palm up towards the sky. Take a deep breath in. And then on the exhale, start to reach for the sky and lengthen through the spine. Try and make sure that you keep your right knee stacking on top of your right ankle. Starting to inhale, you're coming back into that warrior two. Now take your right elbow, lower it down onto your quadricep. Take your left hand out to the side, and then you're going to rotate your ribcage. Take that left hand over your left ear as you come into a side angle. And then from there, starting to come back out of it. You're back in warrior two. And then you're going to straighten that front knee, that right knee. And then you're going to pivot that leg back. And you're back in that wide-legged stance. Here's what you're going to do. From here, you're going to clasp your hands at your back, pulling the shoulder blades back and down. And then see if you can open up through the chest and fold forward, taking the arms overhead. Keep a bend in the knees if you need to. From there, start to inhale come back up, undo the hands, and then from here, now you're going to start to pivot that left foot. The left heel is going to come inwards, the left toes are going to go outwards. And if I drew a line from my left foot, it would cut my right foot in half. And then I'm going to start to open up through the chest as I did. Pull the shoulder blades towards each other, look at your left fingertips. Core is nice and active. And then I'm going to go for that triangle pose on this side. So my legs are my anchor, and then I start to inhale, moving the upper torso forward or out to the side. And then when my body can go no more, I lower the left hand down onto the left shin, taking the right hand up. I start to inhale, coming back up. And then I start to exhale and I bend the left knee. I bring the left knee to stack over my left ankle. I'm looking at the middle finger of the left hand. I turn the left hand up, and then I start to reach for the sky with that left hand. I lower the right hand down onto my right leg. Try and make sure that you maintain that bend of that left knee. And then on the next inhale, I come back into that warrior two. And then I lower my left hand onto my left quadricep. I take the right hand out towards the side. I reach, and then I circle it over my right ear, and I spiral the ribcage upwards. Starting to inhale, come back up. Warrior two, straighten the front knee, and then pivot that foot back. And then from here, what you're going to do is you're going to start to turn the heels inwards, almost like you're sitting down like a sumo wrestler. So sitting down into the pose, starting to feel a bit of a stretch through the glutes. And then what you're going to do is you're going to open up through the chest, pull the scapula towards each other and pull them down. Keep the core nice and active. Staying here for 4 deep breaths. And then from there, when you're done, starting to bring the legs slightly more together. And what you're going to do is you're going to start to see if you can sit down into a squat. So lowering down. And if you have to lift up onto your legs, that's fine. So you're either in a squat with your feet flat down, or the legs, or on the balls of the feet. Okay. So from here, we're going to go into something known as, I'm going to bring the palms into the heart center and see if you can open up through the chest. So what you're going to do is you're going to be using your elbows to gently push your knees away, and your knees are going to resist the elbows. So this is known as a Malasana squat. And then from there, take your right hand down towards your right side and take the left hand like you're pulling a string of a bow. Start to twist, open, reach for the sky with that left hand. Wiggle the fingers. Take the left hand out to the left side. Now right hand starts to pull the string of the bow as you twist and open, wiggle the fingers, and then lower the hands down. And then you're going to lower down onto your buttocks. And then you're going to turn such that you are lengthwise on the mat. And so basically we've come more or less to the end of the physical practice. So the Shavasana for me is the most important part of the practice. So here's what you're going to do. We're going to come into Shavasana. So you're going to point your toes, arms start to reach for the front, and see if you can keep your heels making contact with the floor. And now using only your core muscles, start to lower yourself down Very slowly, very controlled, only using the core muscles. Lower yourself down onto the mat. And then from there, find your Shavasana, relax and release, and let everything go. And when you're ready, gently start to wiggle your fingers and wiggle your toes. Start to bring life back to your body. And then you're going to take the arms over your head, stretch and lengthen. And then hug your knees in towards your chest. And using your right arm as a pillow, roll onto your right side. And when you're ready, coming back into a comfortable seated position with your palms at your heart center and your eyes closed. And from there, just taking this moment to acknowledge the energy and effort that you've put into your practice. Honor the warrior within you that strives to change that which you can change. Honor the yogi within you that accepts that which you cannot change. And cultivate the wisdom and the awareness to know the difference. Bring your palms to your forehead, to your lips, and back to your heart. And gently blink the eyes open. All right. Thank you for practicing, everyone. Well, whoever joined, I have no idea who joined. But yeah, if you have any feedback about this session, please let me know and send any comments over Facebook or whatever about what you thought about the session. I am thinking of doing this on a more regular basis during the period of lockdown. So if you joined, I thank you very much. And I hope this has been beneficial. Enjoy the rest of your day. And yeah, if you have any feedback, please let me know. I'm ending it now.